What's up you guys, it's Oliver. Today I will attempt the Fire Noodle challenge while answering most commonly asked questions from home buyers. Let's get started. Okay, let's boil the water. In the meantime, we'll get the noodle set up. Alright, welcome back you guys. The noodle's done and we have the questions pulled up and we're ready to go. So what I'll do is I'm going to take my first bite and then start answering these questions. Keep in mind these are the most commonly asked questions to realtors from home buyers. And if you did enjoy this video, please hit the subscribe button and please like this video. Whew. Oh. Oh. Okay, so first question. How do I find homes? So homes are typically found through the MLS. Now, the MLS is a multiple listing service that realtors have access to and we update on a regular basis to putting any new listings. As far as for how you can get access to MLS, now what I do is I have a mobile app and I have a website that I send to my clients, and then my clients will be able to search through the MLS with the mobile app or through my website. Another way is if you're not working with a realtor, I'm drooling, you could use websites like Zillow or Trulia or Redfin. Now they update their information from the MLS, but it's not updated right away. Second question, what's the first step of the home buying process? So the first step of the home buying process is getting pre-approved. What you typically do is, let's say you bank with Chase, you will go to Chase and see if you could get a pre-approval letter. And what they'll do is they'll look at your income, your debt to income ratio, your credit score, and they'll be able to tell you how much you're pre-qualified for. And once you get the pre-approval letter, you'll know how much of a house you can afford. Question number 3. How long does it take to close escrow? Now, that all depends on what kind of a loan you get or if you're buying the house with cash. If you're buying with cash, you could go as fast as 5 days if you wanted to. On average, I recommend cash buyers to do about 10 days. This way you have time for a home inspection, a termite inspection, and if there's any repairs that need to be fixed. If you're getting a loan, for example, conventional, right now it's usually about 45 days. It can go up to 60 days. but on average about 45 days for getting a loan. It's so hot. I'm dying. Alright. Question number 4. How much do I pay my agent? You as a buyer, you pay your agent nothing. If I'm representing you, you don't pay me any money. The seller actually pays me and their agent, so you wouldn't have to pay me anything. Question number 5. How many homes should I see before making an offer? Thanks to the internet, you can see as many homes as you want. With websites like Zillow, Trulia, Redfin, and the MLS, you can see as many homes as you want. Now, once you find the homes you like, on average I would say about 10 homes to see in person before putting an offer on the house you really want. I'm sweating and drooling right now. Okay. Question number 6. How much do I need for a down payment? That's a great question. A down payment, it also depends on what kind of loan you get. If you get a VA loan, you put 0% down. If you do an FHA loan, it's normally 3.5%. And if you get a conventional loan, on average, I would say you're safe to go 15 and 20%. I have some clients that do 30 or 40% just because they want to keep their monthly payment down. But on average, I would say 15 and 20%. The more I talk, the hotter it gets. Okay. Another bite and then question number 7. Oh my god. Oh, that is so spicy. Question 7. How long do I have to wait for the sellers to respond to my offer? In California, on the purchase agreement, standard it's 3 days. So the seller has 3 days to respond to your offer. Now, you can modify that. So for example, if the seller's on vacation, you can make it 10 days or 7 days. Or if you want a response right away, you can always make it 24 hours. By default, it's 3 days. Question number 8. How do I know if this property is not overpriced? So usually, what we do is, once you find the property you like and you're ready to submit an offer, we'll run a CMA for you. And that's called a comparative market analysis. Well, with that, we search for a range of houses around your neighborhood that similar to your house that's been on sale for the last 3 months or 6 months, depending on how much inventory we have to work with. Based upon that, we'll know how much the houses in your neighborhood are selling for, and with that, we can compare to see if the house you're putting an offer in is overpriced and what price you should put the offer in at. Okay. I have water right here, but I'm not going to drink it yet. Ugh. Alright. I'm crying right now. I'm sweating through my shirt. And it's really hard to answer these questions because my mind is just dizzy. I'm spinning. Okay. Question number 9. How much should I offer for my house? That all depends on a variety of factors. Is the house priced at market value? How desperate the seller are willing to, not how desperate, how motivated the sellers are to sell their home, and how many offers they have. So, if the neighborhood usually sells for 500 and this house is going for 550, then I would definitely recommend offering at a lower price, and also keep in mind the condition of the house. Does it have hardwood flooring? Does it have an upgraded kitchen? Does it have an upgraded bathroom? Or is everything original from maybe 1960s? As far as for motivation, how motivated are the sellers to sell? Some sellers, they're not that motivated to sell. Some sellers are just listing the house because they found another house they like, but they're not strapped for cash. They're not, dying to take this house. So they might be willing to wait to get the offer at the price they want. Another thing to consider is how many offers are already on the table. If this house is priced at below market value, they might already have 5 offers in. And some of those offers might already be above asking price. So when you're ready to submit an offer, look at those factors. Ask your real estate agent, how many offers do they have already? Ask for a CMA to see how this house is compared. It's listed at the prices compared to the other houses. And then from there you could see how much you want to offer your house. Okay, question number 10. Do I sell my house before buying the other one? That depends. There's 2 ways to go about it. You could sell your house first and then start looking for a house. But you'll have a gap in the middle where you don't have a home, so you have to rent for a little bit or stay with a friend or live out of a hotel. Option 2 is to buy your house first, and then once you buy it, you sell this one. Now you would need upfront money for this, because you have to buy this house first in order to buy this house first, and then you sell your house that you're currently living in. Now, a good thing about this is, now that you have another house you can move into, your current house that you're selling will be vacant, so it'll be easier to show and people to come see, and then we can also stage the home to make it very presentable. Option number 3 is to sell and buy concurrent. which means you're looking for a house to buy as your house is on the market. Now, once your house enters escrow, that means a buyer comes in and submits an offer and you open escrow, then you submit an offer for the house you want. And you work with your escrow company to get both escrows closed at the same time. Oh. I hate this needle so much. Oh. Question 11. Should I get a home inspection and who pays for it? Absolutely get a home inspection. A home inspection is so necessary, especially when you're buying an older home, because a home inspector will be able to tell you if there's foundation issues, if you have leaks anywhere, if there's any electricity issues, if your drainage is working properly. So definitely, absolutely get a home inspection. I even recommend home inspections if you're buying a new home, because sometimes you don't know, these builders are building 10 or 15 homes at the same time and they're finishing them in 3 or 4 weeks. So I definitely recommend you getting a home inspection, even if you're getting a new home. And always try to go for the better packages because it comes with more. You know, get the home inspection with the mold testing. Get the home inspection, you know, with the roof package, so you can see how old the roof is and, you know, how good of a shape your roofs are in. And with home inspections, typically the buyer pays for that. So the home inspection, the buyer, you would shell out the money for the home inspection. But I highly, highly recommend it. Okay. Question 13. Oh my God. Oh. Okay. Question 13. Oh, my chest burns. Should I get a termite report and who pays for it? So termites are typically paid for by the seller. Termites are usually paid for by the seller. Now that can vary. For example, if it's a short sale, the banks are not willing to pay for anything. So you as the buyer, if you're buying a short sale, you will be paying for the termite. Now, should you get a termite inspection? Yes, absolutely. Especially down here in Southern California, we have a lot of termites. We have two types mainly, drywood and subterranean. Drywood are the type of termites that live within your walls that you can't see. And subterranean, they're under your floorboards in the more moist areas. Now, if your house has severe termite, you would be able to see it visually. But But most of the time, you can't see the termites. That's why you get the termite inspection company out there, and they will be able to tell you where you have, if you have termites or not, where they're at, and then also a plan to how to get rid of the termites. This way you can live termite free. Oh my God. This paper towel is soaked in sweat and tears. Oh. And it's so hard talking. It gets so much hotter when you're talking. Instead of just eating this all the way through. Okay. Oh, okay. Question 14. What fees do I pay as a buyer? Okay, so as a buyer, you really don't pay that many fees. So it's free to work with me as your agent to buy the home, so you don't pay me anything. So the first cost that you will incur is the home inspection. Because typically you pay for the home inspection. Once you pay for that home inspection, the second thing you're paying for, if you're getting loan, is appraisal. Now that is paid for by the buyer. After you pay for appraisal, let's see, what else do you pay for? After the appraisal, you will pay the escrow fees and the closing costs. So the escrow fees are usually split between half. The buyer pays for their own portion and the seller pays for their own portion. And then the closing costs will be what you're paying your lender, what you're paying your bank for the loan. So that's usually the 4 fees that you would pay as a buyer. The room is spinning right now. It's okay. I have 4 more questions. Okay. Question 15. What is an HOA? The HOA is homeowners association. So with homeowners association, if you live in a private community or if you live in a condo, there's usually a homeowners association. That means there's a company managing your community, whether it's private security or if there's a pool or a tennis court, or if the homeowners association takes care of the termites once a year within the whole community. Oh my god. Oh, the room's spinning. Or if, they take care of your roofs, they check your roofs once a year, and if there's any issues, they take care of the roofs to make sure there's no leaks. As far as for homeowner association, yes, there is a fee to it. It varies from different associations. I've seen some associations where there's only a small swimming pool and nothing else included for about $120 a month. And I've seen some associations with 24-hour security, you know, the security guards driving Mustangs, you know, driving around the neighborhood. You got swimming pools, you know, 3 or 4 swimming pools, a clubhouse, a couple of tennis courts. And those I've seen, they go up to maybe 4 or even 500, 600, depending on how nice the association is. Okay. Last couple bites. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. 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 Oh, it's absolutely the worst noodles I've ever eaten. Oh. My chest right here, it's burning. It burns so bad. Like, I don't think these taste good. They're not even flavorful, they're just spicy. To give you, in retrospect, I think sriracha and Tabasco spicy. It doesn't, I'm not dying kind of spicy, but I think that's spicy, so. These are absolutely horrible. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. My chest is burning. Alright. The house is sold as is. Can I still ask for repairs? Absolutely you can. By default, on the California residential purchase agreement, the houses are all sold as is. Now, with the home buying process, everything is negotiable. So, as this means, the house comes the way it is. We won't do any repairs. We're not gonna make any modifications. This is the way how the house comes. Now, a lot of sellers and realtors, they'll also put that on the MLS. They'll say house is sold as is. Oh, I just burped it. All that spiciness just came up. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so painful to talk. I should have put notes on here of how I'm gonna answer because my mind is just spinning right now. Okay. So the question is, as is. You could definitely ask for repairs. That's why I still recommend you getting a home inspection and a termite report. because you're paying for the home inspection, and most of the time the seller is paying for the termite removal. Hey guys, so unfortunately the camera cut out and didn't record me eating the last section, answering the last question. And but I want to let you know what the last question is because it's one of the most commonly asked questions. Every single one of my clients always ask me this question, and that's, can I back out of escrow? The answer is yes. So on the purchase agreement, there's a thing called the contingency release. Release of contingency release for inspection, disclosure, loan, and appraisal. So when you, for the disclosure and the inspection, you have 7 days to remove contingency. So let's, for example, say you bought house A and you're 3 days in to escrow. You already did your home inspection, you got a report back on day 3, and you see that you have maybe a leak in the kitchen, or you have a foundation issue, or something's wrong with the roof. And now that you found out that a house has issues, you submit a request for repair for the sellers, and the sellers come back rejecting to fix anything and giving you any credit. Then from that point, you have the option to cancel escrow because A, you haven't removed your contingency for inspection yet, and since the sellers aren't willing to work with you or fix anything, yes, you can back out of escrow. Disclosure contingency. When the sellers give you the disclosures, on there'll be a lot of questions. Whether the house has lead-based paint, whether someone passed away in the last 3 years, whether there's been, an insurance claim on the house, or drugs, or anything like that. So let's say you found an answer you don't like. Let's say that there was an insurance claim on the house because of a big water leak or something, or someone passed away in the house 2 years ago. If you get the disclosure and there's an answer you don't like, you have the option to back out of escrow. And the third and fourth is loan and contingency. So let's say you get a loan and the loan doesn't go through and you haven't removed contingency yet, you can back out. Or if you haven't removed contingency for your appraisal and the appraiser says, hey, you know what, the house, we're appraising this house and it's $30,000 less than what you're buying it for. So the banks, well, they will actually they won't give you the difference. So that $30,000 difference you will have to cover, or you and the seller will have to work something out to meet in the middle, or they will have to lower the price. So if you can't work something out, then you could back out of escrow, assuming you haven't removed your appraisal contingency. So guys, I hope this video was informational and entertaining. I pretty much died eating this. My chest is burning, my mouth is on fire, my lips are on fire, but I wanted to give you I still can't talk right now. An educational video about real estate while being entertaining. But if you did enjoy the video, please like and subscribe. I'll be posting new videos every week. Food challenges, cooking, vlog, and lifestyle for real estate agent. So I'll be posting every week. And usually I'll have a different real estate topic going on, or I'll have a title officer with me or someone from escrow. This way we can answer any of your mostly commonly asked questions. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.